fellow human beings. Today I'm going to be sharing one of my favorite astral projections. This happened about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it was amazing. It was my very first time meeting somebody else through astral projection, and I'm still thinking about it. I think about it every day. It was just so awesome. This happened about 2 or 3 weeks ago, so it's still pretty fresh. If you don't know what astral projection is, it's like you're starting off in a meditative state and your body starts to fall asleep and your mind is still awake. A lot of people confuse their apnea experiences with it, when it's really their body is just asleep and their mind is awake, and they may be coming out of astral projection. And I understand how that can be really scary because I've experienced that a couple times. But now that I know what it is, it hasn't happened anymore, and I'm really grateful for that. So, okay, to my experience, this is what happened. So I was listening to those beats. I think they're called binaural beats. If that's not how it's pronounced, I'm sorry, please forgive me. So I was listening to those beats and I was getting into my trance, and my whole body starts getting that surge of vibration. So I'm focusing on this vibration, and my spirit, I'm sucked out of my body and I'm thrown into this other realm. And this realm is one that I go to very often. I feel like it's my home because every time that I'm there, it just feels like it's my home. I think in my head, like, oh, this is home, but this is not what my house looks like. But I just know that it's my home, and it's my home. So usually when I'm there, I like to walk through walls. I like to walk through closed doors with the door still closed. I like to jump through ceilings and see how high I can jump to see what story I can get to. So this time around, I'm in this home, I believe is mine, and I'm doing just that. I'm walking through doors. I'm having fun. And then all of a sudden, I'm brought right back into my body. So I get a little annoyed, but I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go back. So I start listening to the music, the binaural beats, I'll just call it the beats, the BB. So I start listening to that, and again, I start feeling the surge of vibration in my body, and I'm focusing on it, and then I'm sucked out of my body, and then thrown into this realm again. And by thrown or dropped into this realm, I literally mean dropped or thrown, because it's like I'm coming from a ceiling or like a portal, and then I land, which I feel is kind of cat-like, like a cat. I land very softly, first my toes and my heels like a cat would, and then I stand up. It's like this whole process. It's like boom, boom, boom. I don't know. So I get there and I'm thrown and I land on my toes, my heels, but this time I don't stand up. So I'm just kind of crouching. I'm sitting there. And when I lift my head up, I see this hand reaching out to me. So I'm just looking at this hand and I follow the hand up, and then I see this woman, and she is beautiful. Oh my gosh, beautiful. And I'm automatically attracted to this woman. I am attracted to women. I really am attracted to women. I'm attracted to what people would call or label studs. Women that dress like masculine, have pretty face, don't wear makeup, those type of women. I'm attracted to those women. So when I see this woman, I'm just immediately attracted to her. So I grab her hand and she helps me stand up. And from then on, we start walking. It's kind of like we have this knowing without speaking, like this telepathic or just this empathetic knowing of like what's going to happen next. And so we just start walking together hand in hand, and For me, I've never had to use my astral voice, or I don't know, my spirit voice. I don't know what you would call it. So I'm trying to get the words out of my mouth, and I kind of struggle at first, and then I finally spit it out. I'm like, "What's your name?" And I say, "What's your name? I want to look it up later." And me, I'm still in my human thought form thinking, okay, I'm gonna go look her up on Google or Facebook or Instagram. So silly. So she tells me, "My name is Yaira Duran." I've never heard the name Yaira before, so I said it to myself in my head a few times. Yaira, Yaira, Yaira Duran, Yaira Duran. So I'm like, okay, my name is Val. And she doesn't say anything, but I know she's like understanding what I said. So we start walking again, and then both of us at the same time, we jump up and we jump through the ceilings, and then we finally land onto this top floor with a balcony on it. And we both walk to the balcony and we look out, and it's just so beautiful. The sky is lit like this violet color, and there aren't any stars. I'm sorry, there isn't any sun out, but there's so many stars. And it's not like it's nighttime, it's not like it's morning time, it's just lit, like this vibrant color. It's just violet. And it's just beautiful. So I'm looking at the sky, and then I look a little bit to my left, and there's this courtyard. There's this courtyard with these pillars that kind of remind me of like the Greek architecture. They're just these tall pillars, and in the middle of this courtyard are all of these people. When I was thinking about this earlier, I was thinking, I wonder how many people were out there, and my higher self was like 15. So I'm thinking there was 15 people out there, and what they were doing was something I've never seen before. They were all hanging in the air. Like their feet weren't touching the ground. They were hanging in the air with their head thrown back and their arms just hanging, like relaxed, and their eyes closed. To me, it looked like they were in some type of trance or meditative state, and they were all just there, and they looked so peaceful to me. And when I was looking at this, I wasn't scared. I was happy. I was just calm, and I was like, oh, okay. And I was thinking, like, what is that? But my energy never rose to like an ecstatic emotion. So I'm just looking out at these people, and then I realized, like, oh yeah, this woman's with me. So I look back, and here's this woman who she says is Yaira Duran, and we're both sitting down right at this point, and I look at her, and her body, I'm sitting how I'm sitting now, cross-legged, and she's to my left, and she's leaning like this, and her body's kind of like circling and closing mine, and I just feel this really strong feeling of comfort, and I feel like she's so familiar to me, like I've known her before, and that she's special to me, and I just have all this attraction to her. And then I get this huge sudden urge to kiss her, and without thinking, I start moving, and then I stop myself, and I'm thinking, what am I doing? I don't know this person. And then I feel a little embarrassed, like, oh my gosh, how embarrassing. I just tried to kiss this woman. And then that only lasts for a few seconds, and then it goes away. So I glance at her again, and I'm just really enjoying the moment. And then my spirit stuck right back into my body, and I'm laying there thinking, like, like, oh, I'm frustrated. Like, why did I have to leave? I was frustrated because I really wanted to be there, and I'm frustrated because I didn't ask any questions. I wished I would have asked, like, what were those people doing in the courtyard? Like, or do I know you? But I'm not only frustrated, I was also really, really excited, really happy, and I feel a little silly, but I went on Google and I looked her up. I looked up her name on Google, Instagram, Facebook, and I couldn't find anybody with the name and the same appearance. But hey, I tried. So I'm thinking maybe because I felt so familiar, so comfortable with this person, maybe I knew this person in a past life, or maybe we're close to one another in a parallel universe, or maybe she's a twin flame or a soulmate or something, because I just felt like I knew her. I just had no memories. So, yep, that was my last astral projection about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it was really awesome. Can't stop thinking about it. So, thank you for watching my very first video. If you have any comments, if you have any opinions or any experiences of your own, please comment below. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys next time.